DSP tries it.
Hello everyone! DSP here and welcome to a special edition of DSP Tries It, guest starring Leanna. And it's a holiday edition. It is actually, no lie, Christmas night 2015. And we are sitting down here at night to enjoy an Italian classic snack, which I used to eat when I was a kid, and I haven't had this in a long time, okay? It's called Panettone. Some people say Panettone. My family always said Panettone. What this is a classic Italian sweetbread. There are many different variations and ways that it's made. If you go from different companies, different stores, different bakeries, they'll make it a little bit differently. Okay, this is a little mini version, a midget version of the Panettone that we actually saw at Trader Joe's. That's what's Trader Giotto's. It's really Trader Joe's. Because traditionally this thing's huge. All right, this thing is usually like this big, no lie, giant bread for your family, and you cut it up, and on Christmas morning for breakfast you have some of the Panettone. But we decided to get a little mini one to share here as a little light dessert here on Christmas night. Now, what is it? I'll show you. It actually describes it on the side. This individual Panettoncino, yes, they call it Cino. The reason that it says that is because in Italian, if you end a word with Cino, it means that it's like little. So it's Panettoncino means little panettone bread. It's a wonderful size when you want a panettone all for yourself or when you're willing to share just a little. It's rich, moist, and full of candied orange and raisins, perfect with coffee or breakfast as a light dessert. Now, when I was a kid, we used to get a giant one for my family, and we would have it in the morning. I would have a cup of tea. I remember we'd all have like tea and the panettone, and it was like a little light breakfast thing before we went and opened our presents. Sometimes we'd have it during when we were opening presents, which of course can be a messy ordeal. So here we go. We're gonna try it out. I've never had a Trader Joe's brand, so I have no idea what this is gonna be like. But I'm excited to share this with you because this is an actual Italian tradition, something that my family did, being that my mom is about 50% Italian on her side. So here we go. Open it up from the bottom. And there it is. It really is a little mini one. Wow.
Oh, that's cute.
It is pretty cute.
Good for us because there's just two of us.
Right. So there we go. Should be nice and moist on top.
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, look at that. Nice and moist. You can even see it glistening. See that? That's actually it should have a light glaze on the top of it. That's traditionally how it's. See, you can even see the glaze on the plastic there. All right. So what you're gonna do? Obviously peel the paper off around the edges of it. I'm gonna actually get napkins because probably our hands are gonna get a little bit greasy from it. And it's cool because it's got some different spicings and things in it that make it almost have an interesting flavor to it that wouldn't be normal bread. It doesn't taste like a muffin. Let me make that clear. It does not taste like a muffin at all.
Does it taste like raisin bread?
Yes and no. It tastes like raisin bread, but you're going to see there should be certain spices and flavors to it that are different from normal bread. All right?
Okay, all for me.
Hey. Here, grab this. And what I will do, I will cut the panettone. Let's see how well I can do this. I don't know. If I can do it like right down the middle to share. Now let's take a look. Raisins, and there's your candied orange pieces. Smell that.
Oh, I can actually smell it.
Yeah, it's got a really nice smell to it. You smell citrus, you could smell the raisins, and the seasoning that's in the bread too. All right, so there's your half. There's my half. Ooh. Right down the middle so it's evened. Right? There's your napkin. And we're going to dig in. That's okay, I'll hold the camera.
Okay.
We'll dig in here, and I'll let you know what I think. Let's see. So first of all, just the bread itself, without having any of the candied portion. I just want to give the breading a taste because I used to have this, like I said, as a kid. I want to see if it tastes the same to me. It's a little doughy. I just got that kick of flavor, right? Do you taste that little bit? I don't know what it is. I don't want to say it's like anisette. It's some kind of a spice. It's a unique spice they put in this bread. And it's got a kick to it. It's not, I want to make it clear, it's not like cinnamon. It's nothing like that. It's a unique spice that they put in this. And I can never really put my finger on what exactly it is, but it tastes really good. And it makes it taste a lot better than just a plain bread. So here, I'll have a piece here with
it's sweet, a tiny bit doughy.
Right. This one, here's some candied,
spicy.
Candied orange in this bite, and also raisin. So I'll give this one a bite. Mmm. 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 The candied orange is really good. It's like eating a really refreshing. You know, it's like a dried fruit piece, but not so dry. It's actually pretty moist.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a big piece in there.
Oh yeah, there's a big piece in yours. So this is good, man.
This is actually very similar to raisin bread, but maybe like a little different with the spice, and it's got the orange in it. So if you like raisin bread,
Right, it makes
awesome.
it's a little bit of a kick up from just standard raisin bread, you know. Here we go. Oh wow, there you go. Look at that.
Mmm.
Look at those chunks. Mmm.
Wow, yeah, those orange pieces are a little moister than I expected. I thought they'd be dry and hard. They are good.
Yeah, for whatever reason, the fruit in Panettone usually lasts pretty long. That doesn't last forever. You usually see this around Christmas, and then after Christmas, after like a month after Christmas, you won't see it anymore. It'll only come back like once a year around November-ish. You'll see it in stores, and then it goes away. It's really good. Now, of course, we're reviewing the Trader Joe's version. There's many other companies that make it, so I can't say, oh, this one's better than another. But as a breakfast treat, pretty good. Or late night, like right now, it's 9 o'clock about, and we're having a little night dessert. It's light.
Very light too, not too heavy after a big Christmas meal.
And that's the thing. If you get the big one, like I said, there's literally one that's like this tall, and you chop it into these thin slices, and you give it to each family member. You give them a slice. You know, this one's cool for like a personal thing. So that's what I like about it.
I saw a big one that was like, it was like this wide.
Yeah,
like
huge,
this tall.
giant for the whole
like
family.
For like 8 people.
Right. Like I said, you have a family of 5, 6 people, and in the morning, Christmas morning, this is a cool thing to have for breakfast. Something interesting. So, just as good as I remember it. It really is. Although honestly, I really think I would recommend this with tea or coffee. And the reason I say that, if you have some of this in your mouth and you get like a little sip of tea, it literally melts in your freaking mouth. Oh, it's so good with tea.
I've never had this before, but
so what do you think?
Good.
You like it?
I love it.
It's hard to rate it because how do you rate it when you really can't compare it to anything else?
Yeah, you can only really compare it to raisin bread because raisin bread's a big thing in Germans. That we love to bake things, and raisin bread's like a huge thing. You find a lot of people that make their own. So it's kind of like that, but it's like it's got a little bit of fruit. It's like it's so different, but slightly similar.
The variations of the things with the candied orange and whatever that seasoning is, that little ingredient, whatever it is that gives the bread that unique taste. Is what I like. So I'm not gonna, for the first time, I'm really not gonna number this because I can't. How do you number this? I'm not comparing it to another thing that I've had. You know what I mean? Panettone is Panettone. If I tried a different Panettone on DSP Tries It, then I could rate it against this one and tell you what's better. But I'll tell you this: it's a great breakfast treat. It's a good late night snack. It's light. It's delicious. Christmas morning, try it out. Even if you're not Italian, one year, buy one of these loaves.
And they got small ones.
They're not expensive, by the way. They're a few bucks. They're not. Yeah. You're not going to spend $20. No, it's like maybe $5 for a giant loaf of this thing. So definitely check it out. It's delicious. I give it a thumbs up since I grew up with it. You give it a thumbs up. An Italian delicacy. Check out Panettone next Christmas. That is it for DSP Tries It. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.
Merry Christmas.